Let me just interrupt you, ask you a few questions.
I'm Michael Nieves. I'm an engineer by discipline. I live in Galveston. We're in a house here built in 1948 in Galveston, 2 blocks from the sea. High humidity, high heat, and we had window units blowing cold in one room and not helping with the heat load in other rooms. And then all of a sudden, with this new mini split system, it's cool everywhere. You can control each room individually. Each one has its own controller. There's noise is minimal, and the whole house is completely changed, and its character has changed. It's comfortable, it's dry, it's wonderful.
Tell me about the noise difference.
So we had these 24,000 BTU window units which would blow cold air, and they were super noisy. So the room would be freezing. You couldn't use that room because the rest of the house had to cool down with these units, and the noise was so loud you could hardly hear anyone talk, much less the doorbell ringing or anything. And now it's so quiet, you can hear all sorts of things that you never heard before. It's just so much more peaceful.
You're saying it was where you were eating dinner, right? That's where you were eating.
We had one, because of the position of the unit, out of necessity, it was in a dining room. The dining room was useless. If you had a meal in the dining room, it was going to be cold.
Yeah.
And if you turned it off, everyone was sweating.
Yeah.
So it was a useless room because of this window unit. That problem has been solved.
All right, tell me about this.
So this is the old technology. 24,000 BTUs at 72 degrees. It's going to be cold. This room will be cold, and it's very noisy. I don't know what the decibel reading is, but you have to shout in order to hear anything or be heard. We turn that off. So out with the old and in with the new. So we're trading this for this. With this I can control the louvers. I can control the temperature. It tells me what temperature I have. I can control the degree of the blower, how much it blows. And I can set it on energy saver. And it's got all kinds of features that works great. And I can even turn off that light if you have it in your room and you want to turn the light off. They've thought about everything.
And is it on right now?
And it's on right now.
Yeah.
And it's 76 degrees in here.
Perfect.
And it's almost cold.
In terms of your options, how did you come to choosing mini splits compared to
This house is made of concrete, by and large. The walls are concrete. And there was no room for ductwork. So the idea of building fur downs for hiding your ductwork was just out of the question. It would destroy the home. There was no room underneath the house that was practical without the risk of having water come into the ductwork. And the only possibility was the attic, where it was tall enough. So you had half a system that was possible and the other half of the house impossible. With the mini splits, the whole house is handled the same way. It's the same units all the way through, and we don't have any ductwork problems. The lines that they run, luckily for us, have been through the closets, so they're virtually not visible, with the exception of 1 or 2 places behind the refrigerator, things of that nature. And honestly, we had 20 or 40 people here the other day. Not one of them mentioned anything about how they looked. I don't even think they noticed them.